Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to another episode of Geekly Weekly. Now today, I'm going to be asking you the age-old question. Does Shazam Google autofill? Now, I'm super pumped for the Shazam movie that's coming out April 5th of next year. Now, I know that's kind of a long way away, but we already have the trailer, and I'm super pumped. It looks awesome, and it takes away a lot of the dark stuff happening in the rest of the DC universe. It's exactly, in my opinion, what DC needs at this point. It's a lighter, funnier take on some DC heroes, which will hopefully get them closer to Marvel's level, because they're not there yet. Now, if you're not familiar with the character of Shazam, let me give you some brief history. Billy Batson is a regular young boy until he says the magic word Shazam, which then turns him into a full-grown adult superhero, if that makes sense. Anyway, the name Shazam comes from an acronym for 6 legendary figures, those being Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury, the first names of which spell out the acronym Shazam. He gets his power sources from these characters, so the wisdom of Solomon is given to him, the strength of Hercules, the power of Zeus, and so on and so forth. Now, as time has gone on, Shazam has relied much less on these legendary figures, but originally that's where his whole power set came in. He's kind of like Superman, but with a lightning bolt instead of an S, so yeah, if you didn't get anything of what I just said before that, just go with that. Anyway, so today we're going to play the Does Shazam Google Autofill game. Now, essentially, if you haven't heard this before, it happens a lot on Super Carlin Brothers, so you can also check them out. They have a bunch of other videos. So I simply type into Google, Does Shazam A, or Does Shazam B, and then I answer the questions with sort of accuracy. If I don't know something, I'll look it up. Okay, let's begin. A. Does Shazam age? It depends what you mean by age. Yes, I'm fairly sure that Billy Batson, the regular boy, does get older over time. By age, if you mean whenever he turns into a superhero, then yes, he does age, because he goes from a boy to a man with superpowers. So, in that sense, yes, he does age. Shazam, the actual character, the longer he is spent in Shazam, does he get older? Let me look it up. The answer is no. Shazam, the actual superhero, does not age. He stays the same age no matter how old Billy Batson is. He could be 100 years old and still turn into a young man that has superpowers, or it could be 5 and turn into an older man that has superpowers. So it's all the same. Shazam stays the exact same age. However, Billy Batson can continue on aging just like the rest of us do. B. Does Shazam become Black Adam? Not that I know of. I'm fairly sure that the two of them are separate entities. Black Adam is sort of the anti-Shazam, though. He's supposedly going to be played by The Rock in Black Adam's own solo film coming out in several years from now, which could be good. He's a bad guy, so they're going to give a bad guy their own solo film, but that hasn't been done before, so they could probably pull it off. C. Does Shazam cost money? I'm pretty sure they're talking about the app here. But, just on the off chance that they're talking about the movie, no, it does not cost money because you can't get it yet. It's not on DVD or movies or anywhere. So, it doesn't cost money, you can't have it yet. But when it does come out, it probably will cost money, I'm just assuming. D. Does Shazam die? Not that I know of. However, he has been taken in and out of the comics over a period of time. He went back into DC Comics around the 70s, got taken out around the 80s, I believe, and then got put back in around 2011, and he's still there today. But as for dying, not that I know, not ever in the comics at least. E. Does Shazam exist? In comics and television and cinema, soon. Yeah. In real life, I mean, I hope so, but probably not. F. Does Shazam fly? Well, it depends what version you're talking about. The older comics, he could only leap great distances, and apparently that's what it's supposed to be more like in the movie. However, in the comics, he could fly due to Mercury's super speed. So, at any rate, he is super fast, and sometimes he can fly. Does Shazam grow up? Well, not Shazam like I talked about earlier, but as far as I know, Billy Batson can age just like a regular person. H. Does Shazam have super hearing? Not that I know of, no. I. Does Shazam identify classical music? I mean, I guess. If you played some for him, he could probably tell you if it was classical or not. Probably. There's not really one for J, but J, will Shazam join the Justice League? Probably in one of the Justice League's sequels. I'm assuming that he will meet up with him at some point, help them to defeat Darkseid, the villain that they've been teasing ever since the first Justice League. So yeah, eventually I would say at some point in the movies he will. Does Shazam know every song? Probably not. I don't know of anyone that knows every song. Does Shazam listen all the time? Listen to someone and actually follow their directions? Probably not, because he's a teenager. But I mean, he has ears. You can't really turn your ears off, so in that sense, yes, he does listen all the time. Does Shazam movie exist? Not yet. But we're close. Does Shazam need Wi-Fi? Probably. I don't know that he needs it to live, but like to get on his phone, yeah. He probably wants to get on his phone, because like I mentioned before, he's a teenager, so yeah, Wi-Fi is kind of important to us. Nothing for O, but P, does Shazam play music? Yeah, I mean, he's here dancing in the trailer. So I'm assuming. Nothing for Q. R, does Shazam recognize SoundCloud songs? I don't know, if he's listened to them. Just a side note, I'm pretty sure that half of these questions are for Shazam, the app, that, like, does music stuff. I'm just trying to roll with it. S, does Shazam stand for? I'm going to reword that. What does Shazam stand for? Like I said, it's the 6 people. Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. T, does Shazam take place in the DCEU, otherwise known as the DC Extended Universe? The answer is yes, because there's a ton of Easter eggs in the trailer, like this one, or this one, or this one, that indicate that, yeah, they do. Does Shazam use magic? Well, a wizard named Shazam gave him his powers, so yeah, he's kind of magical by nature. V, does Shazam video on your phone? Not unless he steals your phone. Does Shazam work? Well, crime fighting, I suppose, is a job. As Billy Batson, I'd say probably not, because he's like 14, and that's, I'm pretty sure, illegal most places, so probably not. Nothing for X. Or Y. Or Z for that matter. So I guess we're done. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you guys like watching it. Please leave all of your thoughts about Shazam. Are you pumped for it? Do you think it's good for the DCU? Do you think it'll completely mess it up? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, guys, that's a wrap on this video. So until next time, geek out.